This is a 2026 Toyota Tundra SR5. And in this video, I'm going to prove to you why this is the best trim level to get. I borrowed this truck from Karl Malone Toyota here in Draper, Utah. This truck is available for sale. Be sure to text the number down below if you would like to purchase it. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description, and this is the blueprint paint. 5.5 foot bed, and then here is a short listing of the standard features. Now starting up top here is the base price, which is $51,510, and then here are all the options. So this does have the SR5 painted blind spot monitor mirrors for 60 bucks, TRD Off-Road Package for $21.25, SR5 convenience package gives you the blind spot monitoring and the front and rear parking sensors. Heated leather wrapped steering wheel with 320, all weather floor liners, paint protection, and there's just a few other things. Be sure to pause to see them all. Destination is now $2,095 with a total price of $59,511. And then here are the fuel economics off to the side. For 2026, this truck did get a $500 price increase, and one thing I like about this truck is there's a lot of features that come available. So if you're someone that just wants a few things here and there, this truck provides that for you. So on the front end, you guys see you do have a chrome surround for the grille. Adaptive cruise control is there, active grille shutters. It's a little bit colder today, so you can see that they're closed off too. Now you do have a TRD badge on the front end with the Tundra badge front and center. Premium lighting comes standard on Tundra. This is a step up from the SR, and you have high and low beam LED, incandescent turn signals, and then your fog lights are right here. Front parking sensors were an option, and then check out the ground clearance. Let's see if there's any skid plates for that TRD off-road too. So there definitely is some splash protection right there. And then off to the side, you guys will see the suspension. One thing I like about Toyota is they give you this off-road package on pretty much every trim level. You have those TRD Bilstein shocks, independent front suspension, double wishbone, and that steer knuckle looks to be cast aluminum. And here's a quick peek at the tires. These are the Michelin LTX trails, 265/70. 18 in inches is 32.6 inches tall, 10.4 inches wide. Now what do you guys think about the wheel design? I like that machine finish on the outside. This gives a little bit more contrast since you already have chrome on the truck. 6-lug 4-piston brakes up front. And in case you care to see the capacity for the tire, 2,756 pounds at 51 psi cold. Plastic for the fender flares, and you have a fabric material for the wheel wells. And the reason why I point that out is because if you do go off-road and get muddy, it's easy to spray that out versus having to scrub out mud on plastic personally. Crew Max 5.5 foot bed, painted mirror caps were an option, by the way, and you have the turn signals. And let's see, blind spot alerts there. There's actually some paint protection film on the front of the mirror too. Some blackout on your badging, and here are those running boards. Now you do have smart key system for the front doors only. And then down below, not too many skid plates, but remember there's some upgrades for accessories for that. That is one nice thing about the Tundra. Stainless steel exhaust. And what is it, a 32.2 gallon fuel tank, I believe. Regular fuel is what they say is acceptable. And of course, most people know now you have the coiled suspension on these newer Tundras. More Bilstein shocks. Hopefully you guys can see. I can't see where I'm pointing at, but here's some of your badging. Full LED tail lights, license plate lights, and reverse lights. A little bit of chrome on that bumper too. And they also give you a Tundra, that's an option here. What's this called again? It's the tailgate insert. That's what that was. And out back, there is no light for your class 4 hitch, but you do have a backup camera. And this is assisted. And here's the bed. No lighting, but you do have it up top there. And lifting this back up is pretty easy. There's your spare tire. They still give you a matching tire with the Steely. Not bad. You do have a locker too. Now here's a side view of the truck right here. This paint is so dark it almost looks black. So this SR5 pretty much gets the same standard power plant that the Platinum trim level gets. That's what's cool about this truck. 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, and in case you don't remember, 3.4 liter displacement, twin turbo V6. Now all that power that I mentioned goes to a 10-speed transmission, 331 axle ratio out back. Now imagine this, if they kept the 10-speed with the 331 and brought back the V8 with port and direct injection, could you guys imagine the fuel economy? I'm willing to bet you it would rival this V6 for sure. Now aluminum heads and block, also 10.5 to 1 compression, and as I mentioned, direct and port injection. This engine has that, and you don't have to burn premium, but I probably would. If I were buying this, I'll probably just burn the premium just because it's just cheap insurance. Obviously you have to do some research into the AKI of fuel, and it'll give you a good reason why you should probably do it too. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. So here's why the SR5 is the best trim level to get in the Tundra. You guys saw that that leather wrap steering wheel was an option, right? If you want, you can add leather seats to this truck too, and you can get power seats on both sides as an option too. If you want the larger screen, that is also available, so you can get the 14-inch display with this truck. And lastly, you have 4 configurations for this truck. So maybe you don't want the Crew Max, maybe you want the double cab because you're not really carrying anyone, and you might want the 8-foot bed. You can get that in SR5. You can also get the 6.5-foot bed with the double cab, or you can get this Crew Max with this 5.5, or the Crew Max with the 6.5. So more configurations, a lot of nice features that you can add to this truck and still keep the price low. And that's why this truck is the best. And if you're someone who looks to potentially lease, this is going to probably give you the best residual value as well. Now on the door, they do give you some soft touch up top here, but there is noticeably more hard plastics, more soft touch here. You still have auto up and down for front and rear windows. If I were to buy a Ram Tungsten or even the Ford F-150 Platinum Plus, you cannot get that. And those trucks cost what, 30 grand more potentially than this truck does. Power seat, it's gonna be 8-way, or I call it 10-way because of the lumbar. And I love how large these seat cushions are, and these seats are pretty comfortable too. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel, you have all your controls as well. Now I did turn on the bed lights too. You can turn them to automatic, or you can just turn them off completely. You have auto high beams, auto stop start, and this is going to control the display here for like the lighting. One thing I like about the Toyota Tundra is they do allow you to level the headlights. So for some people, if you're towing a trailer, if you have heavy stuff in the bed, you know, Toyotas love to squat. You can adjust those accordingly. Heated steering wheel buttons there, and you have the sport pedals down below with those all-weather floor mats. Let's go and check out the passenger side. On this side, you guys will see, has a manual seat, but you can get power with this truck. And when you step in, they give you a grab handle on both sides up front, open storage, more hard plastics, and they give you a 12-volt right there. Also, here's your glove box. No wireless charger on this one, but look at how large the center console is. USB's there. You also have a Type A right there, and this does slide, so if you have a taller cup, you can put it in this area. Out back, I like how wide the door opens on this truck. Seat back pockets. And you do have a 60/40 bench in the rear, so you have a little bit of storage down below. One day I need to bring my rifle to see if it'll fit under here. Right here you don't have an armrest, but they do give you 3 headrests across. Also, you can see your air vents. You have a Type A, Type C, USB. And this is a pretty big cab. I wish they would lose the hump though. I'm not sure why they kept that in here. Let's go and jump back over to the driver's seat. Here's your push button start. And it is red because of the TRD Off-Road Package. And there's your trailer brake too. Now here's a question. Can your Ford, Ram, Chevy, or GMC do this? That is one of the best things I like about this truck. And you have defrost back there. Now you do have an 8-inch display on this truck, 9-speaker sound system. You still have auto for your climate control, but you don't have dual climate control, no heated seats. Although traction control, lockers right there, caution lights. You still have the whole function, electronic parking brake. Forward drive is right here. Now if you want to save yourself $3,000, you can skip forward drive if you'd like. Now you have Eco, Normal, and Sport for the drive modes. Also tow haul mode. And you have the multi-terrain system and crawl control. Now, do you guys notice how the roof is black? I like that they match the interior that way. You also have the LED lights for your vanity on both sides. You have a place up here for your sunshades or glasses. LED lights. And I'll just show you a few things inside of here. You can set up the display, you can do some customizations for like the lights, door control, climate, and lastly, you do have a small screen in the center there. So let's see what they give you. I mean, I would say that this is decent information. I like the setup for the fuel economy. It also shows you the time and the outside temperature. Shows you a compass inside of here too. This is like for your adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist. Also, audio can be disabled, or you can actually see what you're listening to in this screen. Trip information, tire pressure, trailer brake controller, and then this is going to be for your blind spot for the trailer. Pitch and roll, and then back to trip information here. All in all, I think this is a nice truck. I think for the money and for what you're getting in this package and how comfortable these seats are, this is definitely a Tundra to put on your list. I almost forgot to mention, no auto dimming mirror and home link, so that's an easy fix with the accessory catalog. So here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 4,080 pounds. The rear is 3,860 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,210 pounds. And you guys see the wheels, right? They're 18 by 7.5 wide. All-in payload is going to be 1,380 pounds minus the 47 pounds for the accessories that you added to this truck. 35 psi all the way around. Hope you guys liked the video. This is a really nice truck. I think for the money, the SR5 is the way to go. The Limited, maybe we'll do a video in the future really soon on a Limited, because I would like to see some of the options on that truck as well. But be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure your bell notifications are on. See you guys soon.